Today I'm going to be doing a video on moving my internal computer components over from my old steel full-size ATX server case, which I've had for about 10 years, is in pretty bad shape and not very aesthetically appealing, over to my new Lian Li PC-V700 mid-size ATX case, which is supposed to be really quiet. Certainly has a better aesthetic appeal. The Lian Li case is made out of aluminum. It's much lighter than my old steel case. On the sides, the covers just pop off for easy access on both sides. So I really like that design better. And these are the internal components. It's full of fans everywhere. Fan on the back, got two fans on the top, a fan in the front, and a vent down on the bottom to pull in air. Since it is a front-mounted power supply, you'll also have intake from your power supply, which hopefully won't cause the inside of the case to heat up too much. So here I've got everything cleared out, all the wires out of the way, ready for putting in my ATX board and power supply right there. One note I found, I did have to actually remove the entire optical drive assembly from the case. Something to keep in mind as you're determining which order you want to put things in. The optical drive will not fit in from behind, and it has to go in on the top. So you wouldn't want to put in your optical drive last. I recommend doing it first. Just something to be aware of if you choose this case. So at this point I've got mounted in my power supply, my motherboard, graphics card. I did have a little bit of trouble getting the power connections on the back plane of the hard drive assembly because my power supply on the Molex connectors, it has these easy grip pieces of plastic which make it easy for pulling in and pulling out, but what I did was just clipped off the bottom parts to make it flush because the Molex and the SATA power connections on the back plane are very close together. But so far everything's coming together nicely. So at this point I've got everything inside the case. This was a carryover from my old case. I just thought this might help direct heat out from the processor and also maybe help with noise a little bit. I can see why others who have tried this case made the recommendation to go with a modular power supply. I ended up with a whole lot of extra power cables that I had nowhere to tuck away to make things look nice. Something that I really do love about the case is the hot swap for the hard drives. The drives just pop out and they have these the rubber rings that help with vibration and help things stay steady and hold it tight in place for the hot swap. So I'll just put my cover back on. Alright, and that's my experience with the Lian Li PC-V700.